Hello, my name is Clara Morrell. I'm a registered dietitian at Pikeville Medical Center Weight Loss Surgery. Today we'll be talking about nutritional deficiencies after weight loss surgery. Our objectives today, we want you to understand the function of vitamins and minerals, recognize signs and symptoms of common nutritional deficiencies after weight loss surgery, and emphasize the importance of post-operative vitamin and protein supplementation. Vitamins and minerals are essential factors and cofactors in numerous biological processes that regulate body size, including appetite, hunger, nutrient absorption, metabolic rate, fat and sugar metabolism, thyroid and adrenal function, energy storage, glucose homeostasis, neural activities, and as well as others. Thus, micronutrient repletion, which means the body has sufficient amounts of vitamins and minerals to perform these functions, is not only important for good health, but also for maximal weight loss, success, and long-term weight maintenance. So which vitamins and nutrients are we concerned with in weight loss surgery? We're concerned with vitamin B1, which is also called thiamine, vitamin B12, folate and folic acid, iron, calcium, the fat-soluble vitamins A, D, E, and K, and protein. We're going to start with vitamin B1, also called thiamine. It's a water-soluble vitamin absorbed in the jejunum, which is the first part of the small intestine. It functions as a coenzyme in carbohydrate and protein metabolism, nerve and heart cell function. In the body, thiamine is found in high concentrations in the brain, heart, muscle, liver, and kidneys. A lot of your food sources to get vitamin B1 are going to be through meat, enriched grains, and vegetables. Vitamin B1 deficiency is known as beriberi. Some of your symptoms can include irritability, muscle cramps, neuropathy, changes in memory, and decreased neurological function. Bariatric surgery increases the risk of beriberi through low nutrient intake, decreased absorption, and sometimes episodes of nausea and vomiting. This is a picture of nutrient absorption after gastric bypass. You'll see it several times throughout this presentation. This is basically showing you the stomach, the first part of the small intestine, the duodenum, and the jejunum. During bypass surgery, the orange part is some of the part that's bypassed, so you can see those are the vitamins and minerals that we're concerned with the most. Vitamin B12 is another vitamin that we want to pay attention to. It functions in red blood cell production and neural function. In the body, vitamin B12 begins digestion in stomach and is absorbed in the small intestine. It requires what we call intrinsic factor, which is produced by stomach for absorption. After surgery, you usually have lower intrinsic factor because you have lower hydrochloric acid in your stomach. Food sources of B1 are going to be meat, dairy, and eggs. It's mostly found in your animal products. Vitamin B12 deficiency is known as pernicious anemia, and symptoms include pale skin, fatigue, numbness in extremities, and irreversible neurological damage if left untreated. It's caused by decreased digestion and release of B12 following bariatric surgery related to decreased intrinsic factor production. So basically, after bariatric surgery, you have decreased surface area of your stomach, which leads to decreased intrinsic factor and decreased absorption of B12. So you can see how they're all related. Here's the picture again. You can look for the B12 absorption. Folate is the next one that we're going to talk about. Folate functions similar to vitamin B12 in red blood cell production and neural function. In the body, folate is absorbed in the jejunum and the ileum, which is part of the small intestine. Food sources include vegetables, which are leafy greens mostly, fruit, and then enriched grains, things like whole wheat breads, pastas, and rice. A folate deficiency is also known as megaloblastic anemia. Basically, those are large, immature red blood cells with decreased function in decreased amount. And the symptoms include pale skin, fatigue, numbness in extremities, and glossitis of the tongue. It's basically caused by decreased intake of nutrient or lack of supplementation after rapid weight loss. Iron. This is a mineral needed to help red blood cells deliver oxygen to the entire body. In the body, iron is absorbed in the duodenum and in the jejunum, also part of the small intestine. Food sources include meats, fish, poultry, eggs, enriched grains, and some vegetables. Iron deficiency is also known as anemia. These symptoms can include fatigue, pica, rapid heart rate, and palpitations, and also it can cause your nails to peel back, which is the last word. It's caused by decrease in total body iron content, caused by decreased absorption following bariatric surgery. It's also caused by decreased intake from iron-rich sources. Calcium. Calcium is a mineral needed for bone and tooth formation, muscle contraction, and blood coagulation. In the body, calcium is absorbed in the duodenum and jejunum along the small intestine. Food sources include dairy products, leafy green vegetables, legumes, and fortified foods. It is recommended that you take your calcium supplement with vitamin D, as vitamin D enhances absorption of calcium. Calcium deficiency, the symptoms include leg cramping, muscle spasms, osteoporosis, and it's caused by a decrease in acidic environment and/or a decrease in vitamin D available following bariatric surgery. Also caused by lower intake of calcium-rich foods. Low vitamin D levels are associated with decreased calcium absorption. Vitamin D. Vitamin D is a fat-soluble vitamin needed for calcium and phosphorus absorption and proper maturation of bones. In the body, vitamin D is absorbed in the jejunum and the ileum, also part of the small intestine, and a lot of your food sources are going to be from your fortified dairy products, fatty fish, eggs, and fortified cereals. A vitamin D deficiency, the symptoms can include softening of the bones caused by overactive resorption from bones, also known as rickets, usually seen in the legs. It's also caused by decreased absorption related to bypassing the absorption sites of the stomach and the intestine, also caused by decreased intake of vitamin D-rich foods. Those fat-soluble vitamins, A, E, and K. A functions in maintaining eye health. E functions as an antioxidant. Vitamin K functions in blood clotting. Absorption of these fat-soluble vitamins occurs in the duodenum and the jejunum, once again the small intestine. The food sources include liver, dairy products, colored fruits and vegetables, vitamin A, vegetable oils, which are vitamin E, and green vegetables, which have a lot of the vitamin K. A deficiency of fat-soluble vitamins. These have different characteristics, so I'm going to go by them one by one. Vitamin A deficiency results in corneal damage and can cause night blindness. Vitamin E, that deficiency is rare. Vitamin K, the deficiency is characterized by easy bruising and delayed blood clotting. These are all caused by decreased absorption of vitamins following bariatric surgery. Also, if you have the switch, which is a little bit more invasive surgery, it's been shown to decrease fat absorption by 72%. So if you're not intaking the fat, you're more than likely not absorbing the fat-soluble vitamins. Once again, this is a picture of the GI tract after weight loss surgery. Once again, the orange part is the part that's bypassed during the bypass. So I'm going to leave this up just for a minute. So it's a lot to take in, but really you're just concerned about where the protein and the vitamins, you can see where they're most likely digested and absorbed. And of course they're in the small intestine, which is a lot of times where it's bypassed. So that's why these are all important things to keep track of. Protein is required by the body to rebuild and repair all tissues and maintain lean body mass. Most digestion and absorption of protein occurs in the small intestine, just kind of in the picture I just showed. It starts digestion process in the stomach. The food sources include meat, fish, poultry, dairy products, nuts and seeds, and beans. After surgery, you'll also get a lot of this through your protein supplements like shakes and bars. A protein deficiency is characterized by decreased protein levels, muscle wasting, weakness, and hair loss. It could result in nutrition support if it's not addressed and corrected. Most digestion and absorption of protein occurs in the small intestine. Once again, it begins in the stomach. It's caused by decreased absorption following bariatric surgery and inadequate intake of protein-rich foods. Protein absorption after the switch surgery is decreased by 20 to 30% and requires a higher protein intake. How to prevent deficiency. Adhere to your high protein diet. We're aiming to get 70 to 90 grams daily for the band, sleeve, and the bypass patients. If you do have the duodenal switch, you're going to aim for at least 90 grams per day. As far as the protein goes, we want to make sure that you're trying to follow 2 shakes a day to really help get the 70 to 90 grams in. And when you're able to add the foods back in, of course, a high protein diet with a lot of your lean meats. Compliance with your vitamin regimen. It is important that you take these vitamins for the rest of your life to prevent any deficiencies. And of course, routine follow-up in the office is key in identifying and preventing any further deficiencies. As far as vitamin regimens, for the band, sleeve, and bypass, you will need 2 adult chewable multivitamin tablets. You will need 2 of the calcium chews that include vitamin D and K. Those are sold all together as what we call a Viactive chew. They do have off-brands that you're also welcome to try. Vitamin B1, also called thiamine, you'll have to do 1 pill a day. And vitamin B12, we recommend the sublingual dose, which is the kind that dissolves underneath your tongue. Iron and vitamin C are only for females. If you need to take these, they should be taken together and separate from all of the other vitamins. This is the vitamin regimen for the patients who have the duodenal switch. An adult chewable multivitamin, 2 a day. The calcium chews with D and K, you'll need 4 of those a day. B50 complex, 1 dose. Vitamin A, 1 dose a day. Vitamin D, 1 a day. Probiotic, also in the form of lactobacillus, you'll need 1 of those a day. And once again, for females only, the iron and vitamin C, taken together and separate from everything else. We also have bariatric vitamins that are available to the bariatric patient. They can be purchased at a local pharmacy or online. They're advertised as the complete vitamin for the bariatric patient, and the different brands include Bariatric Fusion, OptiSource, Bariatric Advantage, and O-Purity. These vitamins claim to be the complete source for all the bariatric patients, but in Dr. Johnson's program, we require some additional vitamins to prevent deficiencies. For example, if you take the Bariatric Fusion, we recommend additional vitamin D3 and sublingual B12. For the OptiSource, you'll need additional vitamin D and B1. For Bariatric Advantage, you need vitamin B12, calcium, and iron. And for the O-Purity, you'll need additional B12 and calcium. So comparing the cost, let's take a look at how much these vitamins are going to cost you in the long run. Vitamin and mineral supplements are necessary after bariatric surgery, but many patients are concerned about the additional cost. Do you think it's cheaper to buy a bariatric vitamin or buy the individual vitamins? Let's take a look. When you break it down month by month, individual vitamins monthly are going to run about $16 a month. The Bariatric Fusion up front is $25 a month, and then the O-Purity is only $12 a month. Some of these may cost more up front. The O-Purity comes in a 90-day dose, so that's 3 months up front, so you may have to pay more up front, but it may last you longer. The individual vitamins are really easy to find, easy to access. You can find those at Walmart, any local pharmacy. So of course, unlike the Bariatric Fusion or O-Purity that you would have to order through a pharmacy. The analysis is based on a 30-day monthly supply. B12 was not included as most patients need to take that with all of their vitamin regimens. The B12 cost adds maybe $6 to $8 for a 2-month supply. The vitamins and minerals can be an additional cost for bariatric patients, but in the end, $15 to $25 per month is a small price to pay for your health. So I get a lot of questions about which brands are the best. Vitamins and dietary supplements are not regulated by the FDA. Vitamins that have a USP label, which is the U.S. Pharmacopoeia, have been tested and verified to meet their standards, which means basically if you see this label, the vitamin contains what it says it has on the label. So those are always good to look for. If you have any questions, we have 3 registered dietitians at our office. You can call and speak with any of us at any point in time. And here's our phone number, 606-218-6358. Thank you for choosing Pikeville Medical Weight Loss Surgery Center for your weight loss needs.